What's going on, junkies? It's your boy JT back with Micheal with another video. We are back and better than ever right after the NBA draft.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not gonna lie, I like this one. I like this one. Like Luda did that. I like that. I like that too, baby. I did like this one. But before we get started, do make sure that you subscribe. You comment, you share, let us know what you want to hear about. We have another problem with video dropping soon. I know we've said that the past 3 videos. But we have one dropping soon. It will be dropping soon. Make sure you go check out that last problem with the Organs. But let's get into the quick news. The quick news is the Lakers. The Lakers said that they were looking for a veteran point guard. And we were like, it might be Chris Paul. It might be Dame. But one person they did not say Russell Dion Westbrook.
This man said his full name.
I don't even know if his middle name is Dion. But Russell Westbrook. Now, if you take a look, if you've been an OG fan of the Sports Junkies podcast, I have said multiple times, and this year I have really ate every word.
Some questionable
I have
things.
said Russ is not a top 10 point guard. I still stand by that.
What? No way. You don't still stand by that.
I still stand by.
You don't still stand by that, dude.
I put him at 11. I still stand by Russ not being the top 10 point guard. But that's not the subject today. That's not the subject today.
Oh my God.
Russ is now on the Los Angeles Lakers with a chance to win himself a ring.
Well, first of all, what I'm thinking is I didn't think it was possible. I'm not going to say getting Russ because I feel like Russ probably, his trade value isn't going to be as heavy as guys like, Beal or was it Chris Paul and, and I knew the Lakers were going to add a piece this offseason because, the super team they already had just wasn't enough. So they need to bring in another superstar. But you got to look at what they gave away. They gave away Kuzma, which is not that big of a deal. They gave away Montrezl Harrell off the bench. I think a couple picks as well. And it caught me by surprise because one player I didn't expect to go to the Lakers was Russell Westbrook, but that's true. He is from California, and Russell is back home.
Played for UCLA.
Yes, sir. And it's good to see Russell in this situation because that we still got no one's really disrespecting Russell Westbrook except this guy here. So I'm gonna be real with you. He's the only guy I know that slanders Russell for some random reason. He has a weird vendetta against Russell.
I got a bad vendetta.
Probably because he played against he played for the Rockets and they didn't win the finals, and he blames them for it.
2 for 9.
But he's holding on to that because of that game, that performance. He's not a top 10 point guard of all time. But it's good to see Russell in this situation because. Okay.
I'll be honest when I say that, we crack some jokes and we talk about some people on here, but at the end of the day, if Russ does win a ring, I am 100% happy for him. You know what I mean? You can't hate on somebody, that because Russ has done some great things.
Exactly. And for me being a Thunder fan, I've seen
love for him. This is a great opportunity. But if Russ does not win a ring,
I mean that's a pointless argument. I mean, look at how many top players that people rank top 5 in their position that have won 0 rings.
No. I'm not saying top 10 rings. I'm saying the smack that I'm going to smoke next season if Russ does not win or if he sells the Lakers. He would have to sell the Lakers. Can't sell.
Russell really can't sell the Lakers. And let me tell you why. Because you got LeBron. And I mean, the problem right now I'm seeing, and I know we haven't really dipped into this yet. We're still kind of talking about Russ. But the problem that I'm seeing with this team as of now, the only real problem I'm seeing, they still have a great bench. They still got, I think Drummond's a free agent, so I don't think they have Drummond back. But, knowing how the NBA is, he's going to sign for some pay cut and form a super team. But And like I said, I'm pretty sure he's a free agent, but I'm not 100% on that. But I think I could be 80% with that. That was the whole reason Cleveland was trying to get rid of him in the first place, because he had that contract. He didn't want to re-sign it. They knew it was probably best to just go ahead and trade him. And I think you got LeBron. I said this a couple episodes ago. I said when LeBron's got that new play style where he doesn't focus much on scoring, he'll still drop 20 points on your head, no problem, no questions asked.
Right.
But he's kind of more of like a triple double type player. And now you bring in Russell, who's going to be doing the exact same thing, and that is Russell's play style. So I think it'll change the way the Lakers play a bit. I think LeBron will go back to score. If LeBron goes back to just being like that 28 to 30 something points per game, oh my God. And you let Russell be the all around guy, oh my goodness. And you got AD still on the court playing as good as he is, being a defensive threat. This team is dangerous. And I know we still got I know the Nets are still a thing. They're all that big three's coming back, confirmed. I don't know about the contract situations of Blake and, dude, he already retired. I forgot. But I didn't even mean to disrespect him like that. We respect LaMarcus Aldridge. I was about to say LaMarcus, but I forgot that he retired. But it's really the only problem I feel like the Lakers could have is if LeBron and Russ continue that play style. We know Russell isn't the best shooter. I think we've been known that he is a clutch shooter.
Yeah.
All right, he is clutch now. He'll hit some crazy. It's funny because he'll miss wide open threes, but when the game's on the line, he'll hit
He's that guy at the park.
He'll hit a crazy thing. Like I remember his MVP year when he needed a triple double to average a triple double for the season, and they're going against the Nuggets, and he had like a 40-point. In order to break, when you break a record, you want to do it the best way possible.
You gotta do it the best way.
He had like 40 points, and he hit a game winner that was just absolutely outrageous. It made no sense whatsoever. But that's just Russell Westbrook, man. Like you never know what you're going to get from Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying?
You don't.
Except a triple-double. you're going to get that triple-double.
You're going to get 10-10-10.
Exactly. You're going to get that at least. So, it's good to see Russell, I feel like, finally be given a chance besides, his tenure with the Thunder, because I feel like that's been his best system. I told you off the rip that a player like Russell was not going to work in that Rocket system because you got two players doing the same exact thing. James Harden is a triple-double guy, but he can also score 35 points per game. Then you got Russell, who's going to be a triple-double guy. That's not going to work. That whole team was built around that, and it was never going to work. Now Russell on the Wizards.
We called that from the beginning. We called that
from day one. Now Russell with the Wizards, that was like they got rid of him. It was Bill and Russell. That team just literally
he didn't have a choice for that.
There was no bench. I think they got pretty much just thrown Russell because I don't even think Russell wanted to go to the Wizards. I don't think he okayed. I remember that trade just happened out of nowhere. So it was it was destined to fail. And then now Russell is headed to LA, and I think this could be a good system for him. But I want to see. I feel like LeBron's gonna have to change the way he plays a bit. If this is really going to work, if we're really going to see Russell shine in the system, because he really hasn't shined since he left the Thunder. I
partially agree with that, but I partially agree with that, partially don't. This is the last thing I want to say on this subject before we switch it up. But Russ, man, the thing about Russ is the way that Russ plays now is he wants to play in a fast-paced environment. He wants to get out. He wants to run. That's something that we've always known him for. Is he does get a lot of his fast breaks just on powerful movement, on just being able to run. When he was playing for the Rockets, you're not able to do that because James Harden wants the ball. That's why him and Chris Paul were not able to stay on that team for long, because Chris Paul wants to slow down the game. James wants to set up his game. Russell's a player where he wants to run, and LeBron James is a person where he wants people to run. That's the thing. He wants people to run and he wants people to make the shots because LeBron is like, look, I'm a second half person. I can play the first half, but I'm consuming my body to go off in the second half. I want to pass the ball. I want somebody to be able to explode. But I think he also wants that kind of chemistry that he had kind of with Dwayne Wade, where let's set up some place to where you throw up the ball and I can dunk it down, but I can do a reverse and throw it up to you and you can dunk it down too.
Yeah, but
it's kind of like that little, it's kind of like the little chemistry he has with Alex Caruso, but a much better player.
Yeah, it's kind of like and I don't want to extend it too much, but the thing about it is you say take that shot, but that's where the Lakers are still lacking. They need to find shooters ASAP.
Exactly.
Because this big three isn't going to be,
because Kuzma was the shooter.
Kuzma was not the shooter. Come on. Come on, don't say that. Kuzma was not the shooter. Come on now.
Stop it. Let it go. Let it go, man.
We gonna let it go. But
we're gonna let it go just like they let him go.
Okay. But you gotta the big three on this Lakers team aren't that good of shooting. LeBron can shoot a three. That's confirmed. AD can shoot a three, but it's not really what you want their go-to to be. Their go-to is going to be mid-range and in the paint. It's still different
AD
because
really is their shooter, though.
The AD?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not even joking.
The big,
like,
I guess.
Yes.
I mean, he probably is the best three-point shooter out of that big three.
He is.
But
and that's a problem.
The big problem still, though, is when you look at like a team like the Nets, they've got their big three are all 3-level scorers. You know what I mean? They can all be dangerous from the three. They can all be deadly from mid-range, and they can all score inside. And
if we could get some defense, that would be nice.
You know, they need defense. The Lakers need shooters. It matches up perfectly. I want to see it. But let's hope injuries don't screw over the NBA next season.
We say it every year, man. We say it every year. The only thing that's going to stop these teams is injuries. But these guys are actually on vacation. They're not playing USA Olympic ball, which we're not going to cover right now.
Yeah, it's tough right now. We don't.
It's a sensitive subject.
It's just it's not.